Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Saturday. We've got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today. So be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. A busy slate today. Starting with the Detroit Tigers versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals opening up as home favorites at minus 200. Detroit plus 170 with the over-under at 8.5. Tigers coming into this matchup 14-17. The Cardinals 10-23. Pitching for Detroit is Spencer Turnbull with an ERA of 6.84. Pitching for the Cardinals is Adam Wainwright with an ERA of 0. Turnbull, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Wainwright, his last start, he actually hasn't pitched this season. Ended the season on some pretty bad starts, giving up a total of 14 runs in his last 3 starts. Detroit winning yesterday against St. Louis 5-4. They're on a 4-game winning streak, playing pretty well. St. Louis 1-9 in their last 10. They're on a 7-game losing streak right now. Detroit 6-3 on the road against St. Louis here. Yeah, I like the way Detroit's playing, and Cardinals, they've just looked so awful. I'll take Detroit plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Miami Marlins versus the Chicago Cubs. Cubs opening up as home favorites at minus 170. Miami plus 155 with the over-under at 9.5. Miami coming into this matchup 16-17. The Cubs 16-16. Pitching for the Marlins is Brian Hoeing with an ERA of 6.23. Pitching for the Cubs is Drew Smyly with an ERA of 2.83. Hoeing, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Smyly, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 2 strikeouts. Miami on a 4-game losing streak right now, losing to the Cubs yesterday 4-1. Cubs ended their little losing streak that they were on, and I do like Smyly on the mound. He's been very good. He's only given up 3 runs in his last 3 starts here. Hoeing has not been very good on the mound here. It's been some rough starts for him. I think I'm gonna take a shot with the Cubs at home. Next matchup, we got the Colorado Rockies versus the New York Mets. Mets opening up as home favorites at minus 220. Colorado plus 180 with the over-under at 8.5. Colorado coming into this matchup 12-21. The Mets 17-16. Pitching for the Rockies is Austin Gomber with an ERA of 7.57. Pitching for the Mets is Tyler Megill with an ERA of 4.11. Gomber, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Megill, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Colorado coming off, just a 1-run loss yesterday, losing 1-0. Mets still really not playing great right now. 3 games in a row, only scoring at least 1 run. So they've been having trouble scoring here. And I'm just not sold on the Mets right now. I'm really not. Such a big price tag to win. And I mean, they barely beat the Rockies yesterday. I'll take a shot with the Rockies plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the New York Yankees versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays opening up as home favorites at minus 190. The Yankees plus 155 with the over-under at 7.5. Yankees coming into this matchup 17-16. The Rays 27-6. Pitching for the Yankees is Domingo Yerman with an ERA of 4.46. Pitching for the Rays is Drew Rasmussen with an ERA of 3.66. Yerman, his last start, he pitched 8 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Rasmussen, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Yankees losing to the Rays yesterday 5-4. Rays on a 4-game winning streak. They're still playing great. And Yankees still dealing with so many injuries here. 3-6 on the road against Tampa Bay. Yeah, still rolling with the Rays, and gonna roll with Tampa Bay at home. Next matchup, we got the Minnesota Twins versus the Cleveland Guardians. Twins opening up as road favorites at -115. Cleveland -105 with the over-under at 7.5. Twins coming into this matchup 19-14. Cleveland 14-18. Pitching for the Twins is Sonny Gray with an ERA of 0.77. Pitching for the Guardians is Logan Allen with an ERA of 2.45. Gray, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Allen, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Minnesota on a 2-game winning streak, coming off a 2-0 win against Cleveland yesterday. Yeah, I know Minnesota struggled against Cleveland. Cleveland really couldn't get anything going yesterday at all here, but I do like Gray on the mound. He's been really good, and I mean, he's hardly given up any runs here. He's given up 2 runs in his last 3 starts, which is very good here, and I think I'm going to lean with the Twins on the road. Next matchup, we got the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Toronto opening up as road favorites at -135. Pittsburgh +115 with the over-under at 9. Toronto coming into this matchup 19-14. The Pirates 20-13. Pitching for Toronto is Jose Barrios with an ERA of 5.29. Pitching for the Pirates is Johan Oviedo with an ERA of 4.78. Barrios, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Oviedo, his last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 1 strikeout. Toronto beating Pittsburgh 4-0 yesterday. Big win for Toronto, coming off that bad losing streak they were on. And then the Pirates, they're on a 5-game losing streak right now. Did not play well yesterday. Toronto is 6-0 against Pittsburgh, 5-0 on the road against Pittsburgh, and yeah, shutting out the Pirates yesterday does not look well again today, with Oviedo coming off a 7-run game. Yeah, I think I'm going to lean with the Blue Jays on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the Chicago White Sox versus the Cincinnati Reds. Reds opening up as home favorites at -125. The White Sox +105 with the over-under at 9. White Sox coming into this matchup 11-22. The Reds 13-19. Pitching for the White Sox is Mike Clevinger with an ERA of 4.60. Pitching for the Reds is Nick Lodolo with an ERA of 6.16. Clevinger, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Lodolo, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. White Sox coming off a Reds win, winning 5-4. Reds just 1-4 in their last 5 right now. The White Sox, they've been good against the Reds, 4-1 in the last 5 against Cincinnati. Yeah, getting underdog value again here, coming off the win, and I think I'll take a shot with the White Sox +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Oakland Athletics versus the Kansas City Royals. Royals opening up as home favorites at -170. Oakland +140 with the over-under at 10. Oakland coming into this matchup 7-26. Kansas City 8-25. Pitching for Oakland is Ken Waldichuk with an ERA of 7.26. Pitching for the Royals is Brady Singer with an ERA of 8.49. Waldichuk, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Singer, his last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 8 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Yeah, Oakland winning 12-8 yesterday. Yeah, just an ugly matchup all around. I'd probably take a shot with that over. Oakland is 5-1 on the road against Kansas City. I'd take a shot with that over, and I'd still take a shot with Oakland +1.5 on the road. All right, next matchup, we've got the Baltimore Orioles versus the Atlanta Braves. Braves opening up as home favorites at -250. Baltimore +200 with the over-under at 8.5. Baltimore coming into this matchup 22-10. The Braves 22-11. Pitching for Baltimore is Kyle Bradish with an ERA of 6.14. Pitching for the Braves is Spencer Strider with an ERA of 2.57. Bradish, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Strider, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Baltimore beating Atlanta yesterday 9-4. That was a big win for the Orioles. Yeah, we're going to see how this plays out in the series. I mean, both teams playing well. I thought they looked good with Fried on the mound yesterday, but didn't work out. Baltimore 9-2 on the road. Really good road team here. Strider's been very good on the mound here. Bradish he's been all right here. Strider probably coming off one of his worst games of the season, giving up 4 runs here, but man, giving a big underdog value for the Orioles, and they kind of dominated yesterday. Man, Orioles are too good to be given plus 205 here, and I think it's risky taking Braves at that price tag. So I'll take a shot with Baltimore plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Boston Red Sox versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies opening up as home favorites at minus 145. Boston plus 120 with the over-under at 9.5. Boston coming into this matchup 20-14. The Phillies 15-18. Pitching for the Red Sox is Corey Kluber with an ERA of 6.44. Pitching for the Phillies is Bailey Falter with an ERA of 5.01. Kluber, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Falter, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Boston beating Philly yesterday 5-3. They're on a 7-game win streak right now. Quietly playing very well. Philly on a 5-game losing streak. Boston 4-1 on the road against Philly here. And yeah, I think I'll take another shot with Boston plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Milwaukee Brewers versus the San Francisco Giants. Giants opening up as home favorites at minus 175. Milwaukee plus 145 with the over-under at 8.5. Brewers coming into this matchup 18-14. The Giants 14-17. Pitching for the Brewers is Colin Rea with an ERA of 4.79. Pitching for the Giants is Alex Cobb with an ERA of 2.43. Rea, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Cobb, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Brewers on a 5-game losing streak right now. Giants on a 3-game winning streak, beating the Brewers yesterday 6-4. And yeah, the Brewers, 1-5 on the road against San Francisco. Not really a good road team. They've been struggling on this losing streak. Giants playing well right now. I think I'm going to take a shot with the Giants at home. Next matchup, we got the Washington Nationals versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Arizona opening up as home favorites at minus 140. Washington plus 120 with the over-under at 9.5. Washington coming into this matchup 13-19. Arizona 18-14. Pitching for the Nationals is Mackenzie Gore with an ERA of 3.77. Pitching for Arizona is Tommy Henry with an ERA of 6.52. Gore, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Henry, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Washington, coming off an Arizona loss, losing 3-1 yesterday. Arizona on a little 2-game winning streak here. Yeah, Washington, they are 3-6 on the road against Arizona. 1-5 straight up against Arizona. They've struggled head to head against Arizona here, and Henry hasn't been that great on the mound, coming off 2 kind of bad starts on the mound here. I think I still take a shot with Washington plus 1.5 on the road here. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the San Diego Padres. Padres opening up as home favorites at minus 115. The Dodgers minus 105 with the over-under at 8.5. Dodgers coming into this matchup 19-14. The Padres 18-15. Pitching for the Dodgers is Dustin May with an ERA of 3.16. Pitching for the Padres is Blake Snell with an ERA of 5.28. May, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Snell, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. LA coming off a Padres loss yesterday, losing 5-2. And I figured they'd do well with Kershaw on the mound and their big win streak they got going on. And pretty even pitching matchup here. I think I'll take a shot with the Dodgers plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Texas Rangers versus the Los Angeles Angels. Angels opening up as home favorites at minus 115. Texas plus 105 with the over-under at 9. Rangers coming into this matchup 18-13. The Angels 19-14. Pitching for the Rangers is Nathan Eovaldi with an ERA of 3.93. Pitching for the Angels is Reed Detmers with an ERA of 4.85. Eovaldi, his last start, he pitched 9 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Detmers, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Rangers on a 2-game losing streak right now, losing to the Angels yesterday 5-4. Angels quietly on a little 5-game winning streak, 8-2 in their last 10. They're playing very good baseball right now. The Rangers 1-5 on the road against the Angels, where they have struggled here. Pretty even pitching matchup, and I like the Angels at home. They're playing well, got a nice little win streak built up. I'll take a shot with the Angels at home here. Then the last matchup, we got the Houston Astros versus the Seattle Mariners. Seattle opening up as home favorites at minus 115. Houston minus 105 with the over-under at 8.5. Houston coming into this matchup 17-15. Seattle 15-17. Pitching for the Astros is JP France with an ERA of 0. Pitching for the Mariners is Marco Gonzalez with an ERA of 4.74. Looks like France is getting his first start of the season. And then Gonzalez, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Houston beating Seattle yesterday 6-4. And ruined Seattle's little win streak they were on. But Houston 6-0 on the road against Seattle, on a 5-game winning streak against Seattle. They've been very good against Seattle here. Seattle hasn't really played that well. And we'll see how France does here. But I still think I'll take a shot with Houston plus 1.5 on the road. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Saturday. And hope you guys all cash out. And I'll see you guys Sunday. Have a good one.